What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out. This is my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, Sony. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know what is going on. It is like, every time, it's like I can't even, it's so hard to put into words. Obviously. It's, okay, the Sony Stars system, whatever it's called, I don't know. It's like they take the best ideas and then they put this filter of Jim Ryan on it and it just destroys it. It's like, oh, this is the best idea. We're gonna make so much of the money and people will love us. And then they sprinkle a little Jim Ryan on it and then the rose wilts. Anyway, so here's the thing about the Stars program, whatever they're calling it. It's basically what the Xbox or Microsoft Rewards program is, which is, explain it real quick, you get rewards points for, I don't know if it's logging in, but they have quizzes, they have surveys, not like, it's like harmless surveys. And if you browse on their Bing browser, I don't know, you get 50 points a day or something. I can't remember what it was, but if you do it every day, you can get enough money within a month to pay for Gamepass Ultimate or whatever. You can do it. It's easy. Just gotta do it every day. You take, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes a day, maybe a little bit longer, but depends. And it's cool. I have accrued over 65,000 points or something. I mean, that was over the total life, but I have, I think, 16,000 right now, and I'm just like, whatever, I'm just letting them collect. So, and I could have had more bit, but I've been slacking on it, so I gotta just change all my browsers to Bing, and then it automatically gives me points for using the browser and stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, Sony Stars or PlayStation Star program, whatever it is, it's not that. I mean, it's basically the same thing, but what it is, it's a rewards program where you get, I guess, points or whatever for buying games and then buying more stuff, or I don't know exactly what their deal is, but I know one thing, and I'm not too sure why they admitted this. Maybe they said transparency is the best thing. So, and I guess they thought that, by saying this, it would encourage people to do the things that they need to do to get more points to be, up in the upper echelon. I believe there's 4 tiers. Your tiers, like, wait, it's not free? Yes, it's free. But the tiers are dictated by how much you buy into this program. Let me explain. The free program you have to buy into. So, the difference between Microsoft's program and Sony's program is that Microsoft's program is literally free. You just go there, you use the browser, you use this and that and the third. You get, if you get achievements on games that you already get through Game Pass, you don't have to buy any games. In the Sony program, the Stars, you have to buy 4 full price. I'm gonna say full price games. Let's just keep it like that. 4 full price games, and then you have to, I guess, be at the top of trophies or something in your games. I don't even know if it's the games that you actually buy or is it just total trophies. Probably the games that you bought. And then you get pushed. You get the privilege of getting pushed to the front of the line when you're dealing with customer service. And I'm like, what? Wait, huh? What? Why? What? Really? Is that supposed to be a carrot on a stick? Is that like, oh man, dude, I gotta buy 4 games and I can get all the trophies so I can get better customer service? How does that work? How stupid is that? How asinine does that sound to you? Because it sounds pretty asinine to me. It sounds like an ass made it, wrote it up, said that's a good idea. Asinine. I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Look, okay, I understand. Here's the thing. I was thinking about it today. I was like, okay, Sony's lost their mind. No, they haven't. This is what's happening with Sony. This is what I think is happening with Sony. Now, this world that we live in, yes, there's racism, there's bigots, but there's also something that exists everywhere, pretty much. That's classism, the classist people, classism. And I believe the people running Sony right now are classists. I'd say Jim Ryan, probably. His bosses, probably. I would say that there's kind of been a sprinkling of classisms, I don't even know what's that, classism in Sony from the jump. If you look at the history of Sony, this is Sony, not just PlayStation. Sony, as far as their products, they always have this one of a kind, or not a one of a kind, but very limited edition gold Walkman or a speaker. It's a glass speaker with, I don't know, something in it, and it's a Bluetooth speaker. It costs $800. I remember I did a video about that. I was like, what? Huh? Who wants? It's not even like two speakers. It's not like it's one speaker, $200. I was like, okay. I mean, 800. Excuse me. I was like, all right, that's too much money. Sony has always thought themselves as this premier luxury brand, and their success with the PlayStation 4 went against that. It was the cheaper console, the more powerful console. It had nothing to do with luxury brand. It had to do with price and what they were offering. Now, I believe that they are catering to the whales, the rich princes in Saudi Arabia who will buy the gold PlayStation 5s. You know what I mean? Not the regular people, not the poor gamers, not the broke gamers, because they figure broke gamers, if we make free-to-play games, they're just gonna play free. They're not gonna buy into it because they're broke. Why should we care about broke gamers? They're not gonna help our bottom line. This is what Sony's thinking, right? This is what I'm thinking. That's Sony's thinking, right? So they put it out there. If you think about it in that way, if you think how they're talking, who they're talking to the super rich people who $1,000 is nothing to them. Now, $1,000, let's go. What is that? That's like lunch money. Come on, you know. So when you raise the price $50, that's nothing. What? Oh, okay. They don't care. Oh, I have to buy 4 games. Okay, whatever. I'll have my servants play so I can get the trophies, and I can get the goofy digital whatevers. That's what it sounds like to me. Like they're not targeting gamers, quote unquote gamers. They're targeting rich people who might play games. Rich people who have nephews and nieces who play games. I think that's what's going on over there at Sony. And that's why they're acting the way they are. Let's increase all the prices. These people got money. They're not thinking about the Gamepass subscriber, the Gamepass model. Because they're like, oh, we can't afford it. Well, yeah, okay. That's a lie. But they just don't want to. And this latest development, the Sony saga continues, that you have to buy 4 full price games, and then you have to get and then they put you in the head of the queue for that's so ridiculous. My energy is drained because it's like I can't wrap my head around it. I try to be like, oh yeah, the whales, but it's like, still, really, this is not gonna work out for them. They realize that, right? Or they don't realize it. I guess they think that I don't know what it is. I have no other words because I can't explain it. It's to explain the blame. I can't explain the blame. But you know, there's that's what they're gonna do. How long will it be until they change? Until they see the truth, or see the light, or see the wrongs of their ways? I mean, probably. Their stock has been going down ever so little. It was 2%. It was down 2 or 3% yesterday. I haven't checked today, so we'll see. It's been going down. So I don't know, man. If you got Sony stock, get rid of it, son. Sell it while it's up. Sell it while they're worth $85 billion. I thought they were worth more than that. I thought they were worth like at least $100 billion. They're only worth $85 billion. That's their market cap. They're like small potatoes when you compare them to like Microsoft. Microsoft was like, plus $2 trillion. It's like, what's going on here? But you know, whatever. Let me know, guys, in the comment, and gals, in the comments. What's up with the stars? Is it Is it me, or is it everything that they try to do, they mess it up somehow? It's like, oh, that was the best. Nope. I would say the only hope for them right now is just the games in a vacuum, which is hard because, I mean, we could do a thing about Stadia. Let's talk about Stadia real quick. Stadia shut down. Everybody's like, oh my God, Stadia. And I think Stadia said something about Microsoft back in the day. They're buying up all these publishers and making it hard for us to compete, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. They're crying the same. Listen, Google, you got a lot of money. If you're serious, you would have stuck it in there. You're not serious, so just pull out. Look, Microsoft is killing them. Microsoft has the best deal in gaming, period. Stadia's freaking business model, much like Sony's, but not the same, was horrible. It's horrible. They're still around. They're gonna be gone in, I think, February to shut down, so March or whatever. It's horrible. It's like, okay, I have to buy these games, but I can only stream them? How? What? Huh? No, that's not. And the thing is, they're refunding everything except for the subscription plan. They're refunding the hardwares. They're refunding, I guess, the games that you bought. I'm like, that's a big L. That's the biggest L. That's a huge L. And so it's just another indication of how Game Pass is still around. Game Pass is still growing. Game Pass is in everybody's mind, living rent free. Everybody's mouth, on everybody's lips. Game Pass. They did it. As far as I'm concerned, Microsoft did it. They made Game Pass the Netflix of gaming. That's what it is. That's what they said they wanted to do, and they did it. Now they just have to keep it alive. And from what they're doing, as far as the moves that they're making, they're doing it too, because they're buying all these studios to have the content. And that's what's up. That's what Netflix had to do. They learned the hard way. They're like, oh shoot, we got to get content. But once they got content, boom, it's off to the races, right? So they're cool. And that's the same with Disney Plus. If Disney Plus just had kids shows and stuff, and they didn't have all these new Star Wars shows and all that stuff, by the way, Andor, that's the best Star Wars. I'm gonna say Andor is better than all the other Star Wars stuff, including movies. I'm just saying. Anyway, tangent back. Disney Plus was the same way. If Disney Plus just had hot garbage Mickey Mouse Club stuff, nope. But they put all them series on. They put the movies. It's worth it. Content is king. So says everybody. But you know, Microsoft is killing it with Game Pass, and Sony can't compete. Sony can't compete. They should be able to compete. They have all this IP and stuff, but they can't. And one last thing. It was about, I haven't thought about Spider-Man and the IPs that Sony, no, it was about Insomniac. And I was thinking, okay, is Insomniac as good as you think they are? Is Insomniac good enough to create an original IP and have it as successful as Spider-Man? I'll say no. They tried it. They tried it many times. Name me the best Insomniac game that isn't Spider-Man. Put it in the comments. I like Sunset Overdrive. It's an okay game. It's not like, oh, it's the best game. But no, I'm gonna be real. It's okay. It's cool. It needed some stuff, you know. And the stuff that they did, they put it all in Spider-Man. But the thing about Spider-Man is that Spider-Man is Spider-Man. Spider-Man has already an audience. Spider-Man is a known quantity. It's like Star Wars. Star Wars has their fans. Fans will play it because of Star Wars. So those arguments, like, they're leaning on these IPs, Spider-Man, I guess Final Fantasy, you know, not their IPs. And a lot, if you look at what Sony has as first-party IPs, some are great. I mean, God of War is their best IP. Everything else, you know. You gotta look at the numbers. How many numbers? What's the sales numbers on those things? You know. So I was thinking about, like, is Insomniac really as good as people think they are? And I'm gonna say they're good. Yes. You know, there's no denying their skill. But without Spider-Man, are they that good? You know what I mean? Can they survive? Can they do some work without that crush of having that giant IP. Like if they made a Star Wars game, it'd probably be dope, right? Because it's Star Wars and they know how to make a good game. But, you know, my point is, it's the IP that's kind of taking them there first and foremost, and then they make a great game, and then they're like, okay, yeah. So I want to see Insomniac make an original IP, not Sunset Overdrive 2. I mean, that is their original IP, so sure, I would give them half credit for that. But I would guarantee you that anything that isn't Spider-Man that Insomniac makes won't be as successful, period. That's it. They made some VR games that were hot trash garbage. You don't even know what the name of them are, right? You don't know. I saw it, I was like, Insomniac made that? Psh, next. Man, I tell you what, I don't know, man, that's crazy. And last thing, Wolverine, I don't know about Wolverine, man. Like I said, Spider-Man is the best. As far as IPs go, everybody loves Spider-Man. Wolverine is good. I like Wolverine. Wolverine isn't mass appeal like Spider-Man. Well, it's a totally different, obviously a character, but it's a totally different feel. So he's not there cracking jokes and having witty puns and one-liners and you know, making fun of his enemies and stuff. He's slicing fools' faces off. That's a totally different game. So I don't know how you don't make a Wolverine game R-rated, M-rated, right? It might be I mean, if it was anything like Logan's the best Wolverine thing ever made. So I don't know what you're talking about. Well, outside the comics, because I don't read comics that much. But yeah, man, it's hard for me to imagine. Like, you go back to the other Wolverine game, Wolverine, what's it called? Wolverine, X-Men's Origins, Wolverine the game. And it was like, oh, okay, I think that was the game name. And it was like, okay, that's pretty good for a Wolverine game, because they're usually trash. But think about Insomniac's games. They've been making the same game for a long time. Spider-Man Miles Morales, and Sunset Overdrive are all the same game. Okay, with different variations. They all have a weapon wheel or a move wheel or attack wheel, whatever you call it. It's all the same, except with different window dressings, different graphic characters and stuff like that. So how do you do Wolverine? How do you do the movement? Because Spider-Man is agile, he's moving. Wolverine's agile to a point, but he's a thick little man. He's like 4'9" or something. He's a short dude. I think he might be 5 feet. You know, he's not Hugh Jackman. If they're gonna go and do this game based off of the comic character, Wolverine's a short dude, and he's not a nice guy. He doesn't crack jokes. He's mad because he's been alive for so long. He's like, can I die? I'm tired of being alive. I think the best thing that happened to Logan was like, I'm finally dead. Thank you. X21, what's her name? I can't remember the little girl's name. But yeah, it's like, I'm trying to picture, like, how do you make a Wolverine game? How does Insomniac make a Wolverine game? Yes, there's gonna be a move wheel. Yes, he'll be jumping around. It's gonna be probably more akin to Batman or Arkham game, even though Spider-Man is that anyway, but with more acrobatics. I think it'll be more like that. And then what's gonna happen is you're gonna see the similarities between Spider-Man and Wolverine, and you're gonna be like, if it's not like way better than Spider-Man, if it's not better than Spider-Man, they're gonna be like, I like Spider-Man better. That's not for me. Anyway, let me know in the comments about, you know, is Insomniac really that good? Is Wolverine gonna be hot garbage trash maybe? Is Wolverine gonna be better than Spider-Man Miles Morales? Let's just say that. Is Sony out their damn minds once again? Do you guys think that my assessment as far as them trying to cater to a higher, you know, richer clientele is kind of the MO of them right now? Is that what's going on? I mean, I don't know. You guys let me know. Appreciate you hanging out. Ja. I'll see you on the next one.